this panel discussion, how to attract and retain the individual member. Members of the panel today, I will introduce the members first. So we have Cindy Little, who is the VP Membership for Manatic. We have Francine Provost from Le Panélistes. For 18 years. And then we have Brian Sutton, past District Director from downtown Kingston. For 21 years. Our panel moderator this morning is Chris Ford. He's a retired Army General, a former Director General in the Public Service, a past International President, and a past just about everything else in Toastmasters. Not yet reached his best before date. I read that. He's seen clubs of members come and go over the many years of Toastmasters and claims to have learned a thing or two along the way. Let's welcome our panel moderator, Chris Ford.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour à tout le monde. Let us now welcome our fourth panel member. She's already been introduced to you as Division D Director. She's also a member of the Management Development for Women Club and Canada Post. Welcome back, Kimberly Dueck. So assembled before you, ladies and gentlemen, you have the best and the brightest in District 61. I'm talking about Coastal. And what we're going to do over the next half hour is share with you some ideas about membership recruitment, membership development, building club strength, and so forth. We'll be talking for about 15 minutes, and then hopefully we'll have the 10, 12 minutes available for Q&A. I'll give you some direction on Q&A when we get to that point. A number of years ago, I had the privilege of attending a workshop which promised to reveal the secret of membership growth. Now, this was not a Toastmasters workshop. In fact, it was a congregation building workshop presented by a minister of the United Church. And he said, ladies and gentlemen, today you will learn the secret of building larger and stronger congregations. And he said, the secret is this: get more members. Wow, that's pretty special. And so easy, isn't it? Just get more members. Look, we all know that members come and go, clubs come and go, clubs have their peaks and their valleys, and hopefully they come out of the valley and go on to another peak. So membership recruiting and membership retention are key factors for the survivability of our district and Toastmasters International. I'm here to tell you that it can be done. A few years ago, in Club Avancé Synergie, Peter Bradley, Sylvain Auprès, and myself looked at each other, the only three surviving members of Club Avancé Synergie, and we asked ourselves, what are we going to do? Because we could easily have just let it go and moved on. Well, in the Army we had this principle of wars called selection and maintenance of the aim. And the aim was this club will thrive, not just survive, it will thrive. Within a year, we went to 3 members to President's Distinguished Club. It can be done. You can do it too. The Manatic Club, Cindy and I are in the Manatic Club together. A year ago, we had 6 members. That was not very special at all. That was kind of sad because we've normally been a 20-plus club. 6 members. Today, proud to say, we're at 17 and we're knocking on the door of 20. It can be done. You get a team working with you, you can make your clubs strong for forever. Yeah, let's just go with forever. So, enough for me for now. I'm going to turn to our panelists and ask each one of them to make a short presentation on what has worked for them. And then, as I said, at the end we will have Q&A. So, first one to speak is Kimberly Dueck. Kimberly, over to you.
Thanks, Chris. Well, first first thing I'm going to say is recruitment and retention is a team sport. Everybody in the club needs to pull together and help each other because that's really how we're going to be successful, is together. And another two key things is really having a fun and a supportive environment. I think those are very key ingredients to having success as a club as well. My Management Development for Women Toastmasters Club, we have a solid foundation. We have a good mix of both founding, long-time members, together with newer members as well, and that really brings a lot of warmth and encouragement that we have for each other. So it's a lot of fun. I've made some lifetime friendships with that club. So other things that we do, fun social activities. Next week we have our Christmas party coming. I know a lot of you are also planning your Christmas parties next week. We do open houses. In the summer we mix it up a little bit. We have what we call a summertime barbecue series. So all of our club meetings are actually in each other's houses. So we'll toast with maybe something other than water. Yes. Last summer we also did a fun wine tour at a winery in Richmond, Ontario, and golfing and that kind of thing. So we really enjoy each other and enjoy, the more casual environment as well. For attracting members to our club, we're very active on social media. We use Facebook quite extensively, as well as our website, of course. We also, another key thing that we do is we keep very close in touch with anyone who's a former member, who's been a guest before, or just expressed interest in the club. So we'll keep everyone really apprised of all the events that we have going on, and just reaching out to them, not necessarily saying, hey, come join, just, hey, we miss you, stuff like that. So I think that's really important, keeping in touch, that personal touch. And the last thing that we do is we actually also encourage guests to participate in table topics in their first meeting, if they're okay to do it. But it really gives that little extra hook for them when they're coming to experience the program, they experience it firsthand. So it's either that or if you get them to do an introduction, but just get them speaking is what we found to be very successful for us.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Kimberly.
You set the bar high. How am I going to follow that? She said almost everything. How many of you are taking notes right now by a show of hands? Okay, that's good, because I'm going to give you lots of tips here. How many of you guys have clubs that have over 20 members by a show of hands? Okay, so just a fraction of you, right? So this is why we're up here to give you guys some really good tips. So I have the pleasure of being part of Manitic, where Chris Ford was the founder, and the club is over 22 years old, and he really has been a rock and a mentor for me to keep me at the club. How many of you guys are mentors and have been in Toastmasters a fairly long time, like over 10 years? Yeah, so you guys are the Chris Fords, basically, of the group, who are you either want to aspire to be him, or you want to be him, I don't know. He said for me to downplay him, but I can't. He really has kept me at the club. So all of you veterans who are Toastmasters for over 10 years, you have a real important job to inspire people, to get them out, to call them and say, hey, I haven't seen you in a little while. Like, we've had older members in our club that were in their 70s and 80s, and unfortunately they're not part of our club now, and that's why our numbers went down. So we're always continually recruiting. And I'm actually, my profession, I'm a headhunter, I'm a master recruiter. And so with my profession, I have to present health seminars all the time, and so do my people. So I'm always recruiting them to come to our club. So I've recruited over a dozen people to come to our club to learn Toastmaster skills. And so for you guys, what you can do is take out your phones and go through your directory from A to Z. And like if you really wanted to help your club, especially if they're suffering and you only have 6 people or like a small number, just go through your phone and go through the A's to begin with and see who have you not talked to about Toastmasters? Who is shy? Who does public speaking for their work? Think of all the people that really need Toastmaster skills like presenting, listening, and even just building confidence. There's so many people out there that are not confident. I had a woman who is 65 years old, she's a business owner. She says, I wish I was more confident like you, and I wish I was inspirational like you. Well, you can be. Come to Toastmasters. So I'm always recruiting, whether it's for people in the health industry or people who want to learn how to present. So another way that I do this, like I asked Francis before I came on stage to take a picture of me on stage presenting, because people want what we have. They want to be better speakers. They want to be better at their professions. And one of the ways to do that is to promote what you do on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on whatever social media you're on. Maybe you're on Instagram. And I have over 3,000 friends on Facebook that are going to see me presenting today at Toastmasters. So if you can get a picture with your group, like when we were at our Christmas party, I took a picture, posted on Facebook. We also have a Facebook page for our group, for our club. So if you don't have a website or a Facebook page, I highly recommend that somebody techie in your group do that. Like I'm not the tech person, I have a virtual assistant who does that kind of stuff for me. And she helped, she loads the pictures for me, and sometimes like, I'll get her to do that. So imagine if every one of you brought a guest, like maybe once a month. And if you had open houses, we're having an open house January 14th for the Manitic Club. And I'll be promoting that, I'll be going through my alphabet, I'll be thinking, and actually our guest book, we have a guest book, I'll be going through all of the guests who've ever come to the Manitic Club in 20 years, and I'll be inviting them by email, or I'll be calling them personally. I'll be calling all the expired people as well, people who haven't come back, except for maybe the ones who are 80, and I know they don't live in Canada anymore, or they're not around. So it's really about connecting, inviting. You guys got that? Connecting, inviting. You never stop. You're always recruiting, because people are going to come, people are going to go, people are going to stay, like Chris and I, we've stayed. So that's my tips for you guys.
Just a couple of comments, Cindy. First of all, thank you very much for the tribute. What kind of wine you drink? That was really nice. Your reference to maybe not contacting people over 80, you know, as 80 looms closer and closer for me. Just saying, I ain't come anywhere close to my expiry date.
Apologies.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. I see you have a real strength in promoting and recruiting and marketing. I wish you were working in my company. In my 18 years as a member of Le Panélistes, I don't remember seeing a slow year. And many factors support why that happened. And so I surveyed the member at our club and guests as well to find what kept them with us, what brought them to us, and what kept them with us. And here are some of the qualité des termes fait que les gens sont intéressés à faire un peu plus de recherche et donc à préparer des discours de grande qualité. Tout le monde, on dit toujours, on apprend tellement. On ne se fatigue pas d'écouter les gens parler. Donc la qualité des manuels aussi du programme Toastmasters. Un autre aspect, qualité, quality, remember that. Le support, donc le soutien, on a beaucoup de soutien entre nous les membres. On a un programme de mentorat aussi officiellement structuré pour notre club, basé évidemment sur le programme Toastmasters. Et on a aussi cette année un soutien énorme, merci à Catherine, d'avoir une ambassadrice de Pathways dans notre club. Ce qui nous a vraiment aidé à faire la transition et à commencer nos projets avec le nouveau programme Pathways. Donc le soutien dans notre club est fort. Some other benefits on the technical side, I'll do this in English. We are closed in the summer. Doesn't mean we can't have a drink together. But so we're 10 months of the year we work together. The location of where we meet is very accessible by bus, by car. That's a technicality, but that's very useful for parking as well. The room where we meet, it's a university classroom, and it's fully equipped with computer and projector. So we have all the equipment we need right there, and it's big enough to entertain 25 or so people. So that's another benefit on the technical side. Let me go on the human side of things. L'atmosphère. Kimberly, tu as parlé de l'atmosphère chaleureuse, le support entre les membres, les amitiés qui se créent, c'est vrai pour nous aussi, je ne vais pas tout répéter ça. Et une autre chose du côté humain, c'est la diversité des gens en termes d'âge mais aussi de culture. On a beaucoup de culture dans notre livre, on a des âges de mon âge, autant que des très jeunes, et on s'entend vraiment bien, c'est le fun d'apprendre les uns des autres. On a aussi l'aspect respect. Le respect entre les membres, mais aussi le respect du rythme d'apprentissage des gens. Les gens qui veulent aller plus vite vont plus vite, ceux qui veulent aller moins vite vont moins vite, on respecte ça. Mais toutefois, on leur lance des défis de temps en temps pour les stimuler à avancer, les inspirer. Activité sociale. One thing I'll do in English, learning mindset. It seems that people have this learning mindset. And that gives them the flexibility to receive feedback, to take that feedback, analyze it, and implement it in their next speeches. And we see that the people growing, it's phenomenal. The satisfaction we get as older members to see the new members develop and grow. And the last thing I'll say, commitment. The commitment of our members, the commitment of our club leaders. People are taking their roles so seriously, so professionally, and they do commit time, quality of the work they prepare for us. And I've never seen somebody say, no, I can't do it. They always step up to the plate when we ask them to do something. So I really want to take this opportunity to thank my club leaders because they help to create that atmosphere. Last thing, guests, get them a VIP treatment. I'm saying that, welcome them. Of course, most clubs probably have an official greeter, but remember before the meeting, when the guest calls to talk to the public relation director and so on. So treat the guests as well.
Last, certainly not least, Brian Sutton.
So to me, most of you are just shadows now. Today I have the privilege of representing downtown Kingston Toastmasters. For those of you that are geographically challenged, that's in the southwest corner of District 61, where there's no snow. The club I represent, which I'm a member of, has been President's Distinguished 7 years in a row. Now, I thank you for the applause. I emphasize that because all these people up here represent successful clubs. And we're sharing with you today what we do that makes us successful. And by the way, the club is 7 years old, so they've been President's Distinguished since the start. Now think back to December 13th here in Ottawa. I know it was cold, because it was chilly in Kingston. At 7 a.m. on Thursday morning, when our club started the meeting, there were 24 members in the room. 24 members, 3 speeches, table topic evaluators, the whole program presented in 61 minutes. We went late. Part of the success is because every 6 months, the executive does a membership survey to see what's working or needs tweaking. Socially, we do 2 outside the club social events per year, Christmas and a picnic in the summer. We have 4 open houses per year, which involve copious amount of coffee and food, and at least 2 other outside events, be they speech crafts or sidewalk sales or something within the community per year. These are important because with a 1-hour meeting, you don't have a lot of time to socialize. Our executive meets monthly, every second Tuesday at 7 a.m. And members are invited to participate with the executive meets, and they too tweak. The whole point of the program in Kingston is that it's member-centric. Every person in the club has a mentor, including myself, who's a younger Toastmaster who teaches me many things. We follow the program, the DCP program, but it's not in your face, it's subtle. So at the start of every meeting, our tech master has a scoreboard where everybody is within the confines of the club put up on the screen. The tech master is a wonderful position because it means people like myself don't have to screw around with technology. We have people. That's important stuff. Another thing, and you've heard it before, is the official greeter. The official greeter takes the pressure off the sergeant-at-arms and the rest of the club. Oh, who's greeting the guest? There's somebody at the door, they hand you the agenda, they make sure you have a name tag, and they help you out. Name tags, the chart, the official greeter, all these things combine together to help the club follow the program to make it a solid club. Downtown Kingston is the only place to be Thursday morning at 7 a.m. in Kingston.
Well, there you have it, folks. You've now heard from the three wise women and one wise man at the far end there. Everything you ever wanted to know about guests and members and so forth. Now it's your turn. There are 2 mics set up in the aisles. I'd invite you to come to the microphone, line up. If don't wait until the mic is free, just come to the microphone. First person can come right now while I continue with these instructions. 1 question only, please. I don't want 6 or 7 part questions. And direct your question to a member of the panel. If you don't direct it, I will, to one of the members of the panel. And just so you know, I've asked the panel not to pile on. 1 response so we can get more of your questions. If you don't have a question, but you've got a suggestion, a novel idea that is working for you, please share it. Et vous pouvez poser vos questions en anglais ou en français. And I can't really see very well here. I think this is Valerie over here, but I'm not sure.
It is, yes.
It's a resemblance of Valerie. And the mic on this side, on my left, is free, so somebody can pop up there if they want. Valerie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm going to let you determine who to assign the question. I'm working on starting a new club in Elmer. We're just about ready to submit our ATO. Our next hurdle is, how do we market this? How do we reach out to our audience? What recommendation, what's worked really well would you offer? I'm seeing Kim nodding. I was thinking of sending it to Kim, but please pick who you think might help.
Kimberly, you win.
Great question. Thank you for that. My number 1 recommendation is to find a supplementary group that has similar interests as you do. So define who your target market is and find a group that you can leverage. So for example, I helped found the Ottawa Young Professionals Toastmasters Club. We found within, I think, 3 months, maybe less. And we did that by joining forces with the Young Professionals of Ottawa on LinkedIn. There's different groups also on Facebook as well that you can leverage. So that's by far the easiest way to do it, is to find a group that's already engaged and interested in that topic.
Okay, thanks for the question and the response. Again, I can't see very well, so please identify yourself and your club. Mark.
You're doing pretty good. Mark, I come from the Hawkesbury Toastmasters Club. And my question is, you're looking for a response or an answer, or a question?
You've got the mic.
Okay, perfect, thank you. The Chris mentioned at one point is to get a stronger community, invite more people, and bring more people in. What I find in our club is a lot of our members are shy. And it's an open question to all of this. What do you do to engage your people, to engage your members, and sort of have them break free from the shyness or that level or that wall to invite people in?
Okay, thanks for the question. I think Cindy Little is poised to answer this one.
I was like, I love all kinds of people, and I try to not put people in a category. So I have an acronym, and you might want to write this down. It's called CAPI, C-A-P-I. C, I find common ground with people. Wherever I go, I find common ground. Do they golf? Do they ride a motorcycle? Are they former military like me? Are they into health? Do they play sports? I try to find common ground with people. That breaks a lot of shyness right out of the gate. A is for affirmation. I give somebody a compliment, a genuine compliment to put them at ease. And sometimes people go through a whole day or a whole week or a whole month without a compliment. When you compliment somebody, it makes them feel really special, and maybe they're feeling down about themselves that day. So A for affirmation, P for permission. You want to ask permission. Would it be okay if I asked you what your goals are for this club? What brought you here? How can I help you? What's most important that you take away from this club? I, information. Write that information down. Set up their goals, maybe set them up with a mentor. So for new people who come into our club, we do all of that. Unknowingly, we do it. And then we set them up with somebody, like we make sure that they sit and we get their information and we put it in a guest book. And then we send them information, and we send them we give them an information package to make them feel welcome, get their questions answered. And if you're talking about shy people who are still shy a year later, then I think it's just a matter of camaraderie, the relationship building that like the events of wine drinking together and things like that, or beer drinking. Having social events to help people break out of their shyness. Does that help?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you both. Next question.
Started off this year as club president with a club coach situation. We had 11 members, we were struggling. So I want to pay tribute to all the club coaches in this room, including our own Rita Bolar, who have helped us. Our club has just reached our membership goals, and we are on track for distinguished.
Let's hear it for the club coaches.
So I would say, if you need help, ask for it. And I would ask the panel if there's anyone who would like to speak about their club coach situation, if they've used them.
All right, I'll take this one on. I told you that Manitouk Club had dwindled to 6 members back a year ago, just over a year ago, and that was painful. We're now at 17 members. We needed a club coach, and we got one. We got Francis Brownlee. Francis, where are you? Stand up. Wherever you are. You're our man. Thank you, Francis. I think the key to leveraging what Francis brought to our club was, first of all, for all of us to be open, whether we've been in Toastmasters 6 months or many, many, many years. So to be open to what the club coach has to offer to your club. Secondly, make sure it's a right fit. So when Francis first contacted me about potentially becoming our club coach, we kind of said to each other, let's check each other out. If you like us, we like you, we can make a deal. And I think that's really important. There's got to be the fit between the coach and the club. Then wonderful things can happen. If that fit isn't there, it's going to be a bit more of a struggle. So thanks for that question. I'm going to go over here. Looks like Gina.
There's absolute differences between corporate clubs and community clubs. I belong to one of each. In the corporate environment, what I'm seeing more and more is that club members or potential members want to come out and participate, but they are literally stuck at their desks working throughout the lunch hours. They don't take the time for themselves to even enjoy their lunch, never mind coming out to the clubs. I know that Pat Johnson came out and talked to many of the members about the corporate club environment. Is it something else that we can do in our district specifically to help the corporate club environment and getting those memberships up and participation up within the corporate clubs?
Thank you, Gina. Francine, Brian, you want to take this one on?
Thank you.
It's like instant table topics. Gina, are you CRA, right?
Yep.
So one of the challenges is in today's environment, the millennials are looking over their shoulder. Many of them, this is their first real job in corporations, and they're just afraid. It's to get management on board. To say, you know what, we're okay if you take this extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes that you need, because at the end, we will have a better person dealing with people, dealing with, be they internal clients or external clients. And really, that's what it's about. The other thing, although I know CRA pays all the dues, I'm much in favor of pay half the dues now and half the dues when somebody hits a benchmark. In Pathways, I always suggest finish level 2, we'll get you the rest of your money. Then the member has a vested interest in the success of the product and the success of the program. Those are my 2 things.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have time for only one more question. It will go to the gentleman on my right, and Francine, you probably figured out you're going to answer this one.
So hello, I belong to Canada Innovation Toastmasters, and we used to be West Carleton Toastmasters before. It was a very successful club, and then we lost key members. We have to reinvent ourselves, and we changed the name location. Now it's a new club, but the problem we have here is we have 17 members, but most of them are professional and very busy. And 50% of the members hardly are regular members. They are so busy at their life. And I'm not sure, to me, like the club is successful if most members are regular members. And how to bring the members which are so busy in their life to come to the meeting. It's the same
I'm
challenge.
not sure I heard the whole question right. Are you looking for increasing the number of members?
No, I'm looking for making the members coming regularly to the club meeting. Attend the meeting.
Increase their commitment.
Okay, increase their commitment. All right. Well, part of the answer, I would steal your answer about giving some kind of a reward after they've achieved a certain level, and which is with Pathways more. Ron Servant was talking about that there's more recognition than before. So if they're looking for recognition, that's fine. But what I would really tempted to do as a club member or coach or mentor is really try to find out what is keeping them from coming to the meetings. What is slowing down their commitment? There's a reason. Is it the location? Is it that the meetings are on time, not on time, not enough people, not enough time to speak? I don't know what that could be. Once you have an idea of what the problem is for them, then you can address that. And because commitment is key for a club to be successful. We need commitment from the members, we need commitment from the club leaders. And it takes time and effort. And yes, not every night I feel like driving my car in the cold and going to the meeting. But I do because I believe in the program, and I believe in supporting my team members. And so, yeah, that would be my first move. Have a chat with them, or maybe a meeting, brainstorming meeting, find out what's going on.
Merci beaucoup, Francine. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've run out of time for the Q&A. We've run out of time for this panel. If you do have any burning questions, feel free to approach any one of us during the break or later on this morning and engage in a conversation about your particular concerns. I want to leave you with just one last tip for finding new members and getting them to join your club. Clone yourself. But I mean that. I mean, really, does the world need another Lee Street, for example?
Yes.
Okay, do we need another Sylvain Auprès?
Yes.
Yes. Clone yourself. Look inwards. Look in the mirror. You're a member of Toastmasters. You've been a member of Toastmasters for 6 months or 25 years. Why did you join? Why are you staying? There's bound to be someone you know who's just like you, at the same place in life, has the same needs, desires, and interests. Find that person. Bring it in. Find your twin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for participating in this panel. Now back to Ella.
Amazing, great. Thank you so much to the panel. That is it for the plenary.